Hello there, my good friends. Hope you're having a good night. Hope you have a great weekend. Thanks for clicking on this video. And a very big thank you for all the kind comments that I got on last night's video. It means a lot. Now, I knew today was going to be rough and tough. I knew it. But still, I managed to pick out 6 winners. Possibly 7. Now, I say possibly 7 because the second race at Ferryhouse, the horse I picked out finished 4th at 33-1. And I don't know, did they pay 4 places in that race? It'd have to be checked out. If they did, it would have been 7. So I'll take the 6 winners for now. And like someone said to me in the comments, it's hard to pick out. It's hard for you to pick out which horses to put together. I understand that. Some very kind comments today on last night's video. Much appreciated. But I just made it up just for the crack. If you were a gambler, I picked out 24 horses in total. If you were a gambler, right, and you had a few quid and you were sitting in the bookies or sitting at home with your phone and you had a tenner on every horse, right, 24 horses, 240 quid. Hold on now, sorry, I'm getting a bit lost here. I had 6 winners, possibly 7. I had 6 winners anyway. The first winner was the first race at Epsom, 6-1. If you backed him each way, you would have made 95 quid. The third race at Epsom, I had number 1 each way at 11-1, which is a 5-4 winner. You would have got your money back. And then my big fancy in the Oaks, which I would have loved to have a little bet in. Even 20 each way. Now, see, the strange, I got word for Sugar Island. They'd go very close. Now he was way out in front, 2 furlongs to go, and just didn't see out the trip. But I think he did. He finished at 25-1. So that's a 6-1 winner. But I tell you now, he would have been the only horse I backed today probably if I had a few quid. I tell you now, the winner was seriously impressive for Joseph O'Brien. On the bridle, 2 furlongs out. Thundering on the bridle. 1 by 3.5 lengths. That's... Now, like I said, in my last few videos, I got a text about Aidan's horse to finish 3rd. I got no word about him though, the winner, from Joseph's yard. Very strange. But anyway, not bad, 6 winners. Like I go back to the 24 horse. If you had a tenner on each horse today and backed him each way as well, my big ones, you would have spent 240 quid on 24 horses, you would have made 340 quid. It's 100 quid. But it's still hard to put, like someone said in my comments, it's hard to put which horse together with which. But anyway, 3 at Epsom, 6 to 1, 5 to 4, 6 to 1. And 3 at Ferryhouse, 4 to 1, 11 to 2 and 9 to 4. Which in the 5th race to 6.34 I pulled off the double again. I had the winner number 4 at 5 to 1 and number 9 finished 3rd at 22 to 1. So that's 1st and 3rd. So that's 4 to 1 and 11 to 2. It was a tough day, lads. I'm very surprised that I got 6 winners. I'm not sure about the second race in Ferryhouse. But anyway, look, we'll move on. That's Salal, Roger Verdon's horse today. Seriously impressed with that horse the way he won. Seriously impressed. Himself and Thundering On, my God, they were very, very, very. The way Ray Dawson rode that Salal for Roger Verdon, absolutely unbelievable. And Dylan Brown, sitting on the horse in the Oaks, on the bridle, 2 furlongs out. So look, that's racing for you. And I said 2 videos back I fancied Joseph for tomorrow's race, but we'll get to that shortly. Right, so that's still 6 winners, whatever way you look at it. A lot of you said you done a few lucky 63s. If you lost money, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to give you a few tips. Like, I know I picked out 16 races and 1 or 2 in each race, and it's hard. It's just hard to put all the winners together on the one docket. But if you're backing them singly, like I said a week ago, you will not lose. You can't lose. Simple as that. Anyway, enough blah blah blah. 8 minutes into the video. I'd like to thank you all again for the lovely comments and all the subs and the likes, whatever. And long may it continue. There were some lovely comments there today. We'll move on to tomorrow, the 6th of June. 8 races at Epsom and 7 races at Doncaster. Now I tried to pick out, I was even going to go away from Doncaster, I'll be honest with you, and just back 1 horse in the Derby. But I went through all the meetings. They're all 4, 5, 6 horse races again, so I stuck with Epsom and then I picked out Doncaster. So anyway, we'll get going. I hope some of you made a few bob today. All my tips are not guaranteed to win this. I'm calling them tips lately. They're just my picks. You know what I mean? I'm not professional or anything like that. But as long as you gamble responsibly and only best what you can afford, that's the main thing. I say it in every video. Right, Epsom Downs. The first race is the 130. I think I have a lovely nap for tomorrow. The first race is the 130. Never So Brave, 5 to 4 favours. He should hack up. But I'm after backing it. Well, I'm not backing, but you know what I mean. I'm going to tip against him. Because you're getting some winners. But anyway, I went through the race. I'm going to tip against the favours. And I'm going to go for number 6, Poet Master. Poet Master. Carl Burke for James. Sam James or Stuttering Ken Kane. He's 10 to 1. 8 runners. Definitely worth an each way bet. That's number 6 in the first. Move on to the second race, 205. £70,000 mares. Prince Elizabeth Stakes, the 205. I went for 2 in this. The 205. I went for number 8. She's Perfect. Kieran Schumacher for Charlie Fellows. He's 3 to 1. And I went for number 4 for an each way bet. Yep, number 4, Breckensborough. Oisin Murphy. Jeez, I think he got a triple today, lads. There was actually a lot of horses won today that I didn't expect to win. So I don't think the ground had a lot to do with us. If you're a good horse, you're a good horse. And a great jockey. And a brilliant trainer. But anyway, number 8 in the 205, and I went for number 4 each way. Breckensborough, he's 12 to 1. I don't want to be holding you up now. The third race is the 240. And I've just went for one horse in this. And I've got... No, I haven't. I was going to say I went against the 2 favourites. I'm going to go for Young Bruegel. Feckett. Calandagan will probably piss it. But just going through the form. I just fancy Young Bruegel. He's second favourite. Pitched to a couple of more runners. Second favourite, 11 to 4. That's number 5, Aidan O'Brien's horse. In the 240. Right, we'll move on to the 315. The 4th race at Epsom. Picked out 2 on this as well. 2 each way shots. There's a big 20 runner handicap. 5 furlong dash. Probably get 6 places in some bookies, but 5, definitely 5 in a 20 runner handicap. 315. I picked out number 14. Acklo Lad. He's drawn 20. See, even the draw today didn't make a difference at Epsom. It didn't make a huge difference. Number 14 each way. Harry Davis. Mick Appleby, I think, have 2 in the race. And he should be 10 to 1. Yep, 10 to 1. And then I picked out number 20 in the same race, the 315. Almighty Star. Charles Bishop for Robert Cowell. He's yet to hit form. Robert Cowell. Tomorrow could be his day. That's number 20. He's 22 to 1. So that's 2 each way bets in the 315. We'll mosey on to the big one, the 4 o'clock. And I have to stick to a horse that I seriously fancy. Now Benvenuto could run away with the race, the favourite, for Aidan O'Brien. But I'm going to have to go for his son again, Joseph. I fancy this horse. I fancy him wicked. Now he's gone from fucking 10s into 13 to 2. And I got word for him as well. And someone in the comments asked me today, did I seriously fancy him? And I said I did. Because someone told me something about him. The ground could be worse tomorrow. But anyway, blah, blah, blah. Shut up, Kenny. Number 10 in the 4 o'clock is James J. Braddock for Joseph O'Brien and Dylan Brown again. If I was having one bet tomorrow, well, 2 bets. He'd be the first bet. 8 to 1 each way. 50 the odds, you hungry fuckers. I think he'll win it. I actually think he'll win it. But I put him down as each way. Right, the 440 at Epsom. I went for 2 again. I went for number 7. Hell yeah, he did. Hell yeah, he did. Hector Crouch and Reeve Beckett. I think I have 2 Beckett horses back for tomorrow. Backed. Picked out for tomorrow. I keep saying backed. I wish I had all those winners backed. 56 winners up to yesterday. That's 62 up to today. 62 winners in 11 videos. Number 7 in the 440 is the 7 to 2 favours. And then I picked out number 11 for an each way bet. York Tower. Harry Davis for Willie Haggis. And York Tower should be 10 to 1. Yep, 10 to 1 each way. That's the 440, my friends. The 520 at Epsom. I have a little circle on this, so I'll more than likely get back to it. The 520, number 10. Give it to me, OJ. 7 to 1. Win. 7 to 1 win. 11 to 2 favours. It's a very, very open race. Again it's a 17 declared to run, 17 runner handicap. 5th place, 4 and 5 places. You definitely get 5th. But that's number 10, and I also picked out number 13 in the same race. Too Soon. Warren Fenton for Gary Moore. Now as far as I know, Gary Moore have 2 horses in the race. Hold on now. I don't know if I'm after making a mistake, but I'm not going to go back over it. Number 10 and number 13 are the 2 Gary Moore horses. I'm going to stick with what I wrote down. I made a boo-boo somewhere along the line. Number 10, like I said, is 7 to 1. Back him to win. Number 13 is 10 to 1 each way. 2 Gary Moore horses. If O'Brien can have first and second, so can Gary Moore. End of story. Simple as that, isn't it? The last race at Epsom, the 555. And a massive thank you to those of you who listened to my story last night in that video about the 4 kids. That's the truest story you'll ever hear in your life. It was amazing. Never happened again. Never happened again. Thanks a million for watching us and listening. The 555, I went for number 3, Wattenham won the last race today. Very easy. I'm mad about their horses, but sometimes I just don't pick him out. But I'm going to pick out this fella. He's 72 favours. Number 3, Fine Interview, in the 555. And of course, as you know me by now, I like to go for an each way shot. 16 run a handicap again. I went right down the bottom. St. Lawrence, number 16, he's 16 to 1 for Sam James and Kevin Ryan. I think he's a cracking each way bet. Right, my friends, that's Epsom. We'll slip off to Doncaster fairly quickly. And the first race is the 120. It's the only meeting I could find with a bit of value tomorrow. Geez, it's just come into my head there. Did any of you see the results of Clonmel today? Now, as I speak, it's absolutely fucking pissing out the heavens out there. The ground must be like quicksand. Did you see the results go through Clonmel today? Now, Clonmel all year round is a Thursday meeting, but it was on today on a Friday for some. Everything was 20 to 1, 25 to 1. Unbelievable. That's racing. That's racing, people. That's the way it works sometimes. Another day, 26 to 4 shots could win in 3 meetings. You know what I mean? That's. It's always luck. I don't care what you do, how much you know. It's always luck. That's why I say don't go too crazy. Gamble what you can afford. Right, shut up now, Kenny. Back to the 130. First race at Doncaster. I was fucking thinking there was something wrong there. I was looking at Epsom. So I write down the 2 meetings, the number of the horse and whatever. I was wondering why number 6. So the first race at Doncaster, the 120. I went for number 3. Moon Hall Lass. He's 6 to 1. Yeah, Moon Hall Lass. Another fella that needs a winner badly. Rossi Orion for James Owen. And I picked out number 12. Now these are only 2 each way bets. Melissa Honey. Honey, honey, do 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 do. Oh, sugar, sugar. Number 12, Danny Turnharp. Number 12 is 8 to 1. I have in my paper. Yep, 8 to 1. So that's 2 each way bets. The first race at Doncaster. Number 3 and number 12. Sorry now for rambling on there. The 155 at Doncaster, I went for number 6. Looks like the favourite. Yeah, he should be the best of the day. Number 6, Met Ball. Met Ball for Carl Burke, Shane Gray riding him. Now again, a maiden filly stakes, 21 grand. It is an open race, but he should win it. Met Ball, that's number 6 in the second race, 7 to 4 favourite. The 230 at Doncaster, I've gone for 2 here. Jeez lads, sometimes I can't even read my own writing. Toto Madeira. Danny Tudhope again for David O'Meara. He should be favoured, is he? No, he's second favourite, 100 to 30. That's number 6 at the 2:30 in Doncaster. And I went for number 5, Baldemiro. C. Whitley, Mick Appleby again. That's number 5, 12 to 1 each way. So that's 6 and 5 in the 2:30 at Donny. The 4th race is the 4:05. Fucking hell, I ramble on a bit, don't I? 25 minutes into the video. The 4th race is the 3:05. I just had to go with the favourite here. Study of Words, 5 to 4. Study of Words. Fucking hell, Charlie Appleby again. See, I don't realise how many times I pick out the same trainer. I just write down what I fancy. Study of Words, 5 to 4. And I've wrote down fancy, which I must have fancied number 2. Lopio, which is 7 to 1. It's only a six horse race. 1 mile 6, 25 grand, 26 grand roughly. The favourite should have been a Study of Words, number 1. That's number 1 in the 3:05. Nearly there, my friends. The 3:45 is the 5th race at Doncaster. And I've gone for number 2, Shipborn. Rossi Orion for Rave Beckett. 5 to 2 favours. And I've gone for number 1 each way. His horses are in serious form all week. A couple of doubles, K Frost. Number 1, Flight Control. 7 to 1 each way. Just 2 and 1. Number 2 and number 1 in the 3:45. Second last race. I seem to seriously fancy something here because I went for the straight win. Number 7. It's a 12 runner handicap, 7 furlongs. Arctic Dawn. Zach Lloyd riding for D. Kubler. Number 7 anyway. Didn't fancy anything else in the race. 6 to 1, win. Right lads, just there now, the 5 o'clock, the last race at Doncaster. I've gone for number 2. Number 2, Finn Ironside. Ivan Furtado. Ellie May Crows. £5 claim or riding. That's number 2. 6 to 1, nearly joint favourites. Very open race again. 13 runners. First 4 places. So that's number 2. And I went for number 13. Right down the bottom. This horse could actually win the race. Bizarre Law is 10 to 1. For S.D. Bowen. And Hemmington. Right? That's number 13, 10 to 1 each way. So that's 2 and 13 in the 5 o'clock at Donny. Right, I didn't pick out a nap today, so I'm probably going to go back to that little circle I was on about earlier. My nap for tomorrow is in the 5:20 at Epsom. And it's number 10, Give It To Me OJ. 7-1. Either each way or win. I'll actually give him as a win. 7-1 Nap to win. That's number 10 into 520. I can only try my best, people. But you seem to be happy enough. Fair play to you. And like I said, thanks a million for the comments. Keep them coming. They mean a lot. One day we'll make a few bob. We'll get Upper Lucky 63 or something. I might actually start doing a few videos about Lucky 63s, or even a Heinz, which is 6 horses, 57 bets. Never know. At the moment I just like to pick out 2 videos, 2 meetings, and run through the card. That's all I do. And I'm doing fairly well, and I hope you're doing fairly well. And I hope you have a brilliant weekend. And always just remember to gamble responsibly, bet what you can afford, and never chase your money. Right? Now I don't know where any of you are from. I think I can check up that in my YouTube studio. I don't know. But here where I am in Tipperary, it's fucking pissing out of the heavens. And I'm sick of it now. Can't even go for a walk. Sure, look, what harm? Like my mother always says, God rest her soul, you get your 2 legs out of that bed every morning and get up. You're doing well. Good night and God bless, my friends, and thanks for following me and watching my videos. We'll talk to you tomorrow night. Kenny from Tipperary. Love you all.